Our movie starts with Matt at his wife Liz's funeral. After the funeral, he goes to his room, feeling very sad, refusing to talk to anyone. He sees the ultrasound picture of his daughter and remembers when he and his wife went to a new doctor because her regular doctor was out of town. The new doctor tells him that Liz has about 2 weeks until her due date, but she needs to have a C-section that night. Liz and Matt get very anxious because they aren't prepared, but Liz goes in for the operation with her husband by her side. Her mother is on a video call with her during the operation. Liz gives birth to Maddie, their first child, and she's healthy. After a while, Matt gives Liz a gift, which is a necklace for the birth. A nurse comes in to take Liz, but as soon as she gets up, she collapses and stops breathing. After a while, the doctor comes out and tells Matt that his wife passed away due to a pulmonary embolism that led to a blood clot in her lung. Matt and Liz's family can't believe what happened. We get back to Matt at the funeral, and he's too sad to speak, wishing he could trade anything to spend just one more day with Liz. Everyone doubts that Matt can handle the responsibility of raising his daughter, especially his mother-in-law Marion, but he decides to take care of her on his own. Maddie wakes up in the middle of the night crying, so he goes to the kitchen to make her a milk bottle. He finds his mother-in-law and his own mother still awake in the kitchen. Marion suggests that he should go back to work to provide for his daughter and that she and his mother will take care of raising Maddie because he won't be able to handle it. Matt doesn't pay much attention to her words but tells her he'll think about it. After a moment, he returns and tells them that he will take care of her on his own, takes his daughter, and goes back to his room. The next day, Matt sits down with his father-in-law Mike, who gives him advice on how to raise Maddie and encourages him on his decision. Some time passes, and Matt goes to his company and asks his boss if he can work from home because he's taking care of his daughter. The boss agrees, but is surprised that Matt, being a father, will be the one to take care of her since it's not easy for men. But Matt reassures him that he can handle it. When Matt returns home, he asks his mother-in-law how long she'll be staying at his house. She tells him she will stay for 6 months until she's sure he can take care of Maddie. However, he asks her to leave, promising to keep her updated regularly. Marion agrees on the condition that if he fails to take care of Maddie, she will take over. Matt agrees. Matt goes shopping for the things his daughter needs, but he gets frustrated when he can't figure out how to set up Maddie's car seat. He tells his mother that he's failing and can't raise his daughter without Liz. His mother calms him down and shows him how to set up the car seat, encouraging him to be patient and calm. The next day, his mother and mother-in-law leave the house, reminding him of their agreement. Matt starts learning how to take care of Maddie and installs her car seat in the car. He tries to balance his regular life with taking care of his daughter, but struggles, often having to take her to work and even to Liz's grave. One day, Maddie keeps crying and won't stop despite Matt and his friends trying everything, including singing to her. Matt decides to join a parent support group only to find that it's full of mothers. He tells them about his daughter's constant crying and asks for advice. One of the mothers suggests that Maddie might have stomachache, and another says it could be due to indigestion and that noise may help her. Matt starts to blame himself for what his daughter has. That night, when Maddie starts crying again, Matt turns on the vacuum cleaner and she stops crying at the sound. The next day, Max is so exhausted that he falls asleep during a meeting. His boss wakes him up, and when he hears Maddie crying, he quickly goes to her and turns on the vacuum cleaner, but it doesn't work this time. At that moment, his boss and some clients come in, and when they find out that he's a father struggling to calm his daughter, they start offering help and empathize with him. Matt takes Maddie with him to the meeting and presents his ideas in a unique way that impresses everyone. Afterwards, his boss talks to him, saying that the office is not a place for children and advises him to find a babysitter. Matt then hires a babysitter named Summer to take care of his daughter. At night, Matt goes out with his friend, but he doesn't enjoy himself and decides to go back to his daughter. He spends the whole night reminiscing about his memories with Liz. The next day, Marion comes to the house to go with Matt to Maddie's doctor appointment. The doctor reassures them that Maddie is healthy and that Matt is taking great care of her. Marion then tells Matt that they'll be traveling in 3 weeks for Maddie's christening at their church. 3 weeks later, Matt travels with his daughter for the first time. When they arrive at Liz's family's home, Matt and Marion reminisce about their memories with Liz. Marion tells Matt that his daughter will need a family and a woman in her life to be a mother to her, but Matt doesn't respond. Instead, he asks Marion to take care of Maddie for a bit while he goes out to meet his friends. At night, Matt goes to his mother's house and talks to her for a while. A party is held to celebrate Maddie's christening. Years pass and Maddie grows older. Matt struggles with styling her hair. After finally getting her hair done, he takes her to school, where Maddie wears pants instead of a dress like all the other girls. But she feels more comfortable that way. Matt spends all his time with his daughter. One day, they go to a party with his friends who try to introduce Matt to a woman there. Matt meets and talks to her for the rest of the party. The next day, Maddie gets into a fight with a boy at school because he bothers her. Matt is called to the school where the principal harshly tells him that Maddie wears pants because she doesn't have a woman taking care of her, implying that she dresses like him. That night, Matt gets ready to go out with Liz, the woman he met. Before he leaves, he gives Maddie her mother's jewelry box and asks her to pick something for herself. She chooses a necklace. Later, Matt meets Liz for dinner and they both enjoy each other's company. When he returns home, he finds Maddie upset with him for being late. One day, Matt lets Maddie sleep over at her friend's house because he's going out with Liz. Another day, he takes Maddie to meet Liz. Initially, Maddie didn't like her, but they start playing together and Liz gets closer to Maddie by doing activities together. One day, after dropping Maddie off at school, Matt rushes to see Liz and forgets his phone. At school, Maddie falls off the swing and gets hurt. The school administration tries to contact Matt, but he doesn't respond because he doesn't have his phone. When Matt finds out that his daughter is hurt, he quickly goes to the hospital to take her out because it's the same hospital where his wife died. Before they can leave, the doctor stops him because Maddie needs stitches. Matt stays with her every step of the way. That night, they go home and Matt puts Maddie to bed. He then tells Liz that he can't continue their relationship because his daughter isn't ready for it, and he's always busy with her. He doesn't like the way he feels about it. Liz is affected by his words and leaves. The next day, Matt goes to work where his boss informs him that he needs to travel to Croatia for a month for business. Matt takes Maddie to Marion so she can take care of her. Maddie is upset because she hasn't seen Liz lately, so Matt gets angry with her and takes her to her grandmother's house. Maddie stays in her mother's room and Marion tells her stories about her mom and takes her to places her mother used to go. After a while, Marion blames Matt for what happened with Maddie at school. Matt decides to take Maddie and leave, but Maddie breaks down and tells him she wants to live with her grandmother. Matt had to allow her to live there, noticing how happy she is with her grandparents. Later at night, he talks to Maddie while she's sleeping, telling her that he will let her stay with her grandparents so she can be happy. The next day, he says goodbye and goes back home. When Matt goes to work, his boss calls him into the office and informs him that he has been promoted to manager and that he deserves the position. Matt goes home happy, but he misses his daughter. At night, he can't sleep, so he turns on the vacuum cleaner and falls asleep to its sound, just as he used to do with Maddie. The next day, Matt tidies up Maddie's room and finds his mother's lost necklace. He heads to the airport to prepare for his trip with his friend Oscar, but he keeps thinking about Maddie and their memories together. He decides to leave Oscar at the airport and goes to his daughter instead. When Maddie sees him, she hugs him, thrilled to see him with the necklace he found. Maddie asks him to stay with her, so he takes her back home. Later, Matt takes Maddie to Liz's house with flowers. He apologizes to Liz for everything that happened and she forgives him. Matt feels happy and content with his daughter, enjoying his life. And that's it. If you like this recap, hit like, share, and subscribe to our channel to keep seeing content like this one. If you have any requests or thoughts, drop them below in the comment section and we will see you in the next one. Peace out!